Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's session. Trust you're all well and in good health. So as usual, we're just going to go through the markets and the opportunities for today. And afterwards, we'll take all the questions, comments, or any issues you have regarding the markets or your platform. So let's kick off. We start off, as usual, with the economic calendar. Let me bring that up. So today is the 12th of January. So it's Tuesday, the 12th of January. Again, as usual, my time zone is GMT +2 because I'm in Rwanda. So all these times I'll be quoting will be GMT +2 times. So today, 12th of January, the main market we're looking at is the Euro US dollar. So we're looking for reports of high importance and also noting reports of medium importance that could affect the Euro or the US dollar. So let's go through that slowly. Obviously, we can ignore Italy. Italy and the Netherlands, we can ignore them. Then, of course, we could just ignore all these reports of low importance. We can ignore that from Brazil and India and Mexico. And then you can see here, 4:30, GMT +2. We have the Fed Bostic speech and the Fed Brainard speech. Again, they're classed as medium because anytime anyone from the Federal Reserve in the US speaks, it could be important, but usually 9 times out of 10, they don't tend to say anything significant. They tend to be very vague with their speeches because they are aware about how what they say kind of impact the market. So it rarely affects the market because they're usually very guarded with their speech. But you can see there at 4:30 and 4:35, we have this Fed speeches. As usual, if you're new to trading, do read about what they all mean. It's important to understand what all these announcements and speeches mean, so you can then make an assessment for yourself whether it's important or not. So, if you do see the drop-down menu there, that means there's information about it there for you to read. And of course, you can always Google what it's all about. So that's at 4:30 and 4:35 GMT +2. But like I said, they rarely say anything important. So we can more or less ignore that. So we can ignore the reports of low importance there. And again, at 6 o'clock, we have some more speeches from the Fed, from the UNSCA. Again, they're all classified as medium because it's someone from the Federal Reserve speaking. So you've got that at 6. You've also got that at 7. But again, like I said, they don't tend to say much with their speeches. They tend to be guarded and vague. So they rarely impact the markets. But because it's the Fed or the Federal Reserve, that's why they're classed as medium. And again, that's why it's always good to note reports of medium importance coming out that could affect the Euro or the US dollar, which you're trading. So by and large, nothing to stop us trading today. There are no reports of high importance. So there are no reports of high importance today. And the reports of medium importance won't also affect us trading today. So we can, start trading straight away. So from today is a day where you could have started trading from midnight because there's no public holiday today in the UK or USA. There are no reports of high importance or medium importance of note. So technically, you could have started trading from midnight if you wanted to today. Also, it's also good to check the rest of the week to see if there are any huge reports of importance coming out the rest of the week, like something, for example, the US interest rate decision or the US unemployment rate. So let's see if there's anything huge coming out. Of course, the European Central Bank interest rate. So those are the big ones you're really worried about. Not worried, but you need to be cautious if they're coming out. later on in the week, because it could affect your trading today. Even if they're coming out on Wednesday or Thursday, the markets could trend sideways prior to those huge reports. And of course, you trading the euro US dollar, it will be more the European Central Bank interest rates, the US interest rates, and then the US unemployment rate. So let's see if there's anything major coming out. So tomorrow, the 13th, we have the US inflation rate. Obviously, that's huge, but that won't stop us trading today. But that's tomorrow. And Thursday, we have the European Central Bank monetary policy meeting accounts and the UK GDP report and retail sales, Michigan, and that's it. So nothing really big coming out the rest of the week to really concern us today. And then also, keep an eye on the financial news, what's happening in the financial news. Of course, nothing new, so to speak. We already know about the turmoil in the United States, with Donald Trump and his shenanigans and trying to burn the place down before he leaves. So we already know about that. But once the inauguration comes about on the 28th of January and Joe Biden is sworn in, I think that will officially be the end of all this drama and chaos. So that's ongoing. We've got, obviously, the COVID-19 pandemic is ongoing. You've now got the vaccines, and the issue now is trying to get the vaccines out and get as many people as possible vaccinated. So those are the two major things going on at the moment, but nothing specific or nothing new that is causing uncertainty in the markets. But again, it's always good to keep an eye on the markets. Obviously, before I forget, we know next week, Monday, is a public holiday in the US. Next week, Monday, we have Martin Luther King Day. So we won't be trading next week, Monday. So again, it's always good to check. That's next week. It does not affect us this week. But always remember to be aware of public holidays. So you can see next week, Monday, the 18th of January, it's Martin Luther King Day. It's a federal holiday in the US. So if you remember, if there's a public holiday in the UK or the USA, all financial markets and all currency pairs tend to trend sideways for the whole day. So you can also have a holiday from the markets next week, Monday. But for this week, no public holidays this week. Nothing currently untoward, other than, like I've said, the US presidential issue and the COVID vaccine were nothing new. And, no major news today and no really mega news for the rest of the week. So we can get on and trade today and start looking for trading opportunities. And like I said, technically you could have started trading from midnight today. So let's start with the swing trading. We'll start with the daily time frame, D1, from a swing trading point of view. I seem to have a frog in my throat. I have to have some coffee afterwards. Okay, so we can see where the euro US dollar had been trending up, but you can now see it seems to be falling. It's getting close to the moving average 50. Well, of course, it hasn't broken it yet. So let's look at today. Today, the moving average 50 today is 1.2097. So I'm just going to move my pending sell order to 2 pips below that at 1.2095. 2 pips below 95. So 95, then 100 pips stop loss. That would be 195. So that's all I have to do for today, and reassess again tomorrow. So again, I just keep doing that every morning till the market falls and breaks the moving average and takes my pending sell order. So that's from the swing trading point of view. So let's go to the M5 for day trading. So looking at the day trading, this was the sideways trend I marked out last night when I stopped trading last night, when the market started to trend sideways. That was the high of the sideways trend last night and the low of the sideways trend. And you can see the market is still trending within that sideways trend from last night. And you can see the pivot point is clearly within the sideways trend. So I will avoid using that. So you can see I already have my pending sell order just below the first support. And I already have my pending buy order just above the first resistance. So again, like I said, you don't have to wait for this session to start trading. This session is just set for 6 o'clock in the morning London time, just so it can be convenient for everyone. But it doesn't mean you used to wait for the session or wait for this time to start trading. So like I said, today is a good example where from the time the pivot point lines changes from midnight, when they have new pivot point lines from the midnight, you could technically could have started trading from midnight today, because there was no public holiday, no reports of high importance or medium importance of notes. So you can just go ahead and start placing your orders, and you don't have to wait for the session at 6 before you trade, because sometimes if the market moves or something happens, you could find by the time we start the session at 6, the market has already gone through your entry points and already left you behind. So I just want to emphasize that 6 o'clock is just an arbitral convenient time for us to meet and assess the market, but doesn't necessarily mean you should wait for that time to start trading. If you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning London time, you can just, and you've assessed the market, check the calendar, and it's fine for you to start trading, you can just go ahead and place your orders, and you don't have to wait for me. And again, also during the week, like I said, I try as much as possible to update the platform with my trading plan and what I'm doing, specifically with the Euro-US dollar. But again, that too, the aim of these sessions and the course and all that is to enable you to make decisions yourself and start to trade yourself and start to develop yourself as a trader. So the aim is not to make you dependent on me, if you know what I mean. So you don't necessarily have to wait for my posts. You don't have to wait for my comments. You can go ahead and do what you have to do. Because sometimes, because I also have other commitments and other business interests that sometimes might prevent me from posting on the platform or giving you updates on the platform. Especially since some of the time I spend my time in the villages or on the farm or in meetings. So I just want to emphasize those points, that you don't always have to wait for me, but I always try and update the platform as much as I can. But like I say, yeah, the aim is to get you making your own decisions, developing your own self as a trader. And of course, I'm always here on a Tuesday mornings for any questions, issues or comments you have. Okay, so on that note, any questions? If you have any questions, you can either type it in the chat box, or you can raise your hand. So if you have any questions, issues, problems, like they say, speak now or forever hold your peace. Obviously, hello, Ake. Is that Ake?
Oh, sorry, it's me.
Okay.
Elizabeth.
Okay. You've got Ake Philippi.
Yeah, I'm using my husband's laptop.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you.
Oh, Happy New Year. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got kind of like technical problems. So I'm not joining, but I'm not too sure. I've got some technical problems that I might need help with.
Go ahead. That's what we're here for on Tuesday.
Thank you. So I know, I emailed you the last time about my pivot
Oh,
point.
yes.
So the problem actually was because I think the way, I don't know what happened, because I'm using the CMC platform.
Okay.
And the date, it needed the data the day before, but because it was New Year's, it didn't actually bring the pivot point on the first day, but it corrected itself on the next day.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm still having problems. So I actually called them yesterday, and I'm expecting a reply, but it's in regarding the what you say, the values. So I've got whenever you normally post your one, I'm normally out by quite but this last one I've realized I'm out maybe by 30 pips and all that. So I thought that wasn't really right.
Let me have a look at your platform. Are you able to share your screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, brilliant. They always say a picture says 1,000 words. In fact, that's why I like these sessions, because usually with trading, it's very difficult to explain things without seeing the platform.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go ahead and share your screen.
I'm trying to.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Now, where's your... Okay, good. All right. Now, go to... Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the way you can sort of refresh your platform, because sometimes when you go from one day to the next day, like you said, the pivot point lines are not reset itself well. So one of the ways you can refresh your platform is to go to D1. So click on D1 and then go back to M5. So that's a way of sort of refreshing your pivot point lines first thing in the morning, just in case.
Okay.
But you can see, I can't remember what my pivot point, hold on, let me see if I can just minimize my own screen. Because you can see your pivot point there is 1.2168. You can see that, the yellow line. I just want to see what mine is. Hold on. Let me just see what mine is. So mine is 1.21639. So 1.2164. And yours is 1.2168. So it's just 4 points difference, 4 pips difference, which is normal. So
yeah, but like yesterday, my pivot point was out by about 30 pips. Well, I kind of like figured out it's because of I told you that my one there is giving me Rwandan time.
Your own? Oh.
So I was reading the handouts that you actually gave us, and the pivot point is calculated based on your previous day activity.
Yes, exactly.
So if there's if that was like the day that mine was 30p out, there was a big drop in the market.
Actually,
2 hours before.
That's okay. Expand your chart. Go to the magnifying glass at the top. Yeah. There you go. So put your cursor over the candlestick, the current candlestick now. Okay, and the time now is 7:55. So you can see the time there is 7:55.
Yeah.
What's the time in the UK there?
It's about 6. I've got 6:19, but let me just do that properly. Oh, sorry. Let's get that for you.
Oh. So
yeah, so
yeah, 8. So yeah, so you can see the time now is 8:15, which is so that means your platform is 2 hours ahead of you.
Yes.
Okay, which is fine. It's just so that you know that. So by the time it's midnight on this platform, which is sort of good for you really, because by the time by the time it's midnight on this platform and the new lines come about, it will be 10 p.m. UK time.
Yes.
Funny enough, that's exactly what happens with my own. I have another platform I use, FX Primers, which is for people based in Africa. So that's my main account, is FX Prime. So what you experience with CMC Market is actually exactly what I experience with my FX Primers platform. So yes, on Mondays, because you can see that 2-hour difference, it tends to be magnified over the weekend. So you find that yes, on Mondays, the pivot point levels are completely different from the IG platform. And that's what I get to normally on the FX Primers platform. So yeah, that is normal. So that's why I always tell people that you always go with your own parameters on your own platform. Don't go with my own. In fact, that's why sometimes I just tend to say, I don't tend to put specific figures when I post on the platform. I don't tend, especially with the day trading, I just say I'm buying above the pivot point or selling below S1. Because yes, the parameters can be different. They used to, yeah, and you're correct. I've experienced that a lot, and I've noticed that with my FX Primers platform, especially on Mondays. On Mondays, there tends to be a big difference. And then the rest of the week, Tuesdays to Friday, the difference is just about, plus or minus 4 or 5 pips difference like you've seen today. So yeah, don't worry, that's normal. That's perfectly normal because the time
Yeah, but
zones
when
are.
there was, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go
When there was
ahead.
when there was a difference of 30 pips, because I had to like look at your screen and try to magnify it, because like yesterday when there was like a difference of about 30 pips, if I didn't actually go with your trading, I would, because the difference was so far, my pivot point was somewhere right up there. So I had to like actually go with yours so that I can get like a trading thing.
Oh no,
If it makes
don't do that. That's actually what I was explaining. Don't do that. Go with your own parameters.
But mine is, it's 2 hours ahead of me. So it's really not working for me. I'm trying to get them to sort it out.
No, they can't. Because
Oh,
it's because it is CMC Markets Europe. So because it's an European platform, that's the way the platform is configured. It will be very difficult for them to just configure your own platform because this is a standard platform they provide to all their clients and all their customers. So they won't be able to change it. What you see is what you get. That's why I'm saying that is is the same thing I get with my FX Primers platform. So that's what I was explaining earlier. So when I am trading on my FX Primers platform, I go with the parameters. So yeah, sometimes I would have a completely different trade on my FX Primers platform to my IG index platform. Because let me put it this way. Like I said earlier, I might not be available some days. You might not get any posts from me some days, or you might just decide you're tired of hearing my voice and you want to trade on your own. So you see what I mean? So you really have to go with what you see on your own platform and the parameters of your own platform.
okay.
But yeah, but what I'm trying to emphasize to you is that what you've noticed and what you've observed, that is normal and that is fine. And that's exactly what happens with my own. Actually, let me actually show you my. I'm going to share my screen. So I'll show you what I mean too. So hold on. So you can see this is my FX Primers platform.
Okay.
Let me bring that up actually. Let me just open up the platform. So what you're experiencing with your CMC, what you're experiencing with your CMC market is exactly what I get with this FX Primers. They don't tend to be exactly the same with IG platform. Okay, so and what you saw on Monday, in fact, I'm almost certain that what you saw on Monday will be similar to what I saw on Monday on this platform. So when I'm trading on this platform, I go with whatever the parameters are on this platform. And then when I'm trading with the IG platform, I'll go with the parameters. Oh, actually, this is a good example. So you can see here on my IG platform, the pivot point here is 1.21639. Can you see that?
Yes, yes.
1.21639. But if you go to my IG FX Primer, it's 1.2167.
Yes.
Completely different.
Okay.
So if I want to place a trade on my platform, I'm going to go with these parameters. I'm not going to, say that because it's 2163 here, I'll be buying 2 pips above that at 2165. No, I will go with 2 pips above what is here, which would actually bring it to what 2.2169. So I will go with this, whatever parameters are on this platform. So despite me having even these 2 platforms and I use these 2 platforms, I won't say because I see something on an IG, that's what I would do on my FX primers. No, whatever the parameters are here, that is what I will use. And let me see actually what's the time here. So you can see it's the same time zone as you. So you can see here, if I put my cursor here, you can see the time here is 8:25.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying this platform is similar to your own platform in terms of it's the same time zone as you. That's why the parameters are different from IG, because with IG now, this is showing UK time of 6:20. So yes, so don't worry about that. Like I said, what you're seeing is normal. That's what I see myself when I'm switching from FX primers to IG. But I will stick with the parameters. So go with your own parameters, basically.
Okay.
Hope that makes sense.
It does make sense. Thank you.
Pleasure.
My questions haven't finished though.
Oh, go ahead.
Any question?
Go ahead.
Right. My next question is my pivot point again.
Yeah.
Can I just share my screen again if that's okay with you?
Yes. Go ahead. Any other time of the day or any other time of the week, that's when I'm pressured with time.
Okay, thank you.
I have set this time aside to take my time. But yeah, that's why I always stress to everyone, this is the time to ask questions, because the rest of the week, when other things are pulling me left and right, it's difficult to get my attention some other time during the week. So this is the time. Go ahead. I can see your screen.
So so you can see there, object list. I'm having my pivot point in my object list as well as my indicator list. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
Oh, is it normal?
Yeah, that's what I get myself.
Oh, okay. Because I thought well, never mind. I thought it wasn't normal. So
No, that's fine. Well, actually, close that. I noticed something on your platform, so let me correct that now. So if you go to D1, go to D1. So you can see your pivot point lines on your daily time frame, which you don't really need to do that. You don't need to see, because your pivot point lines you only use it for day trading. So you really only want to see it in your M5 time frame. So right click over your chart. Right click over your chart.
Oh, I am.
Right click. There you go. There you go. So select indicator list. Then select pivot. Then edit. And then untick all time frames. No. Still leave it to show it in the data window. You still want to see, yeah. And then tick M5. And then click OK. There you go. So now close it. So now you always see it. So go back to M5.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And then go to D1 now. So you see. So now when you're swing trading, you don't have those pivot point lines obscuring your view.
Okay.
So you always see it in your M5 time frame.
Correct. Cool. Okay. I think that's it.
Okay, awesome. In fact, let me quickly show you my own screen too, quickly, just to highlight what I told you that's normal about seeing it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so if I go to object list, you can see the pivot point lines are there, like yours. So I now have my high and low, the white lines there too. So yeah, having the pivot point lines in your object list it's not unusual.
Okay.
You good?
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Hello, Bola.
Hello, yes, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
My question is a bit similar to I think was it Elizabeth?
Yes.
Elizabeth,
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what platform do you use for your economic calendar? Because when you were talking about two medium reports coming out from the USA, when I looked at mine, I do understand about that, the 2 hours ahead for Rwanda. I only had one medium report coming out at 2:35, and it's not the first time that I've noticed it. I use the IG economic calendar.
Not the daily FX.
Sorry, I use the daily FX, and that's the reason why I was being a bit through, because I went back and looked at mine and I thought, oh my gosh, how come you've got two and I've only got one report, and my report's coming out at 2:35, which would be 4:35 your time, which is the federal Brainerd whatever. Yeah, the medium report.
Okay, let me see your screen.
Okay. Now, so share screen.
That's weird.
Sorry. Yeah.
That is weird.
Are you allowing me to share my screen? This will stop. Do you want to continue? Yes. So am I sharing my screen? Okay, let me share my screen.
I can see your screen now. So scroll up. Let's go to the top.
It says the 12th of January.
Okay, good. So just go down slowly. Keep going slowly. So far, I can see everything that I have there. So that's the first one, the Brainerd speech. Keep going slowly, which is the same time to, oops, keep going. Okay, the other one is missing. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, actually, I can see what happens. Okay, now if you look at your web browser, look at your web browser.
Right here.
Yeah, you can see where, yes. Don't click anything, but see what it says, economic calendar, #tomorrow.
Right. Yes, I can see that.
So just click on today on your economic calendar. Just click on today. Let's see what happens, because your browser is showing #tomorrow. Okay, that's good. You can now see it's now showing today.
Okay.
So let's look at that again.
Okay, all of that has gone. Should I keep going down? I'm not quite sure what it's doing right now. Okay, it's gone back. That's yesterday. That January 11th is yesterday. Oh, what's going on? It's went back to default.
Okay, let's start all over again. Just close that page. Close the page. I think your thing is having a life of its own. Let's
a couple of times, and I was like,
it seems to be doing its own stuff. So let's open a new browser and let's start again.
My system is okay. All right.
So do let's actually just type it in, www.dailyfx.com/calendar.
Is that correct? Okay, I can't spell
dailyfx.com. No, just / economic. Yeah, there you. So enter. Tap on enter.
Oh, come on.
That's okay. Give it time. So.
Okay, it's doing it. It's doing it.
Yeah. For some reason.
It's scrolling. I thought it wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know
Because
why.
I have noticed that a couple of times.
Yeah. But you could see from the browser that there's something was happening on its own. It was showing tomorrow when you were looking at today and showing yesterday. So it seemed to be all over the place. But let's see when this comes up.
Oh gosh, and my internet is slow.
That's okay. We understand you're UK. So we understand. Don't worry.
I get a deja vu every time we have this. I have to share my screen.
Yeah, the COVID is affecting your internet in UK.
Yeah. No, I think I just need to get a new laptop and just sort out my internet my broadband provider.
But hopefully this should solve the problem. If it comes up.
I know. Sorry, everybody. I will give it another 2 or 3. If it doesn't, I'll probably just leave it and then check it again. And then I can send you a...
While we're waiting, anyone else has any other questions? Like I said, for me, I'm fine. I have, like I said, Tuesdays a day I've set aside, so I have all the time in the world. Oh yes, and obviously, like I always say at the beginning of the session, I forgot to say this morning that once we've analyzed the markets, if you need to start your day, go to work, by all means, feel free to log off and get on with your day. As you all know, the recording will be posted on the platform afterwards. But yes.
Hallelujah, here it is.
Okay, good. If you have any other questions, do let me know. You can send a chat box or raise your hand while we wait for the economic calendar to load. So like I say, yes, I am not in a hurry. So don't worry, Bola. And no one else has put up their hand yet to ask a question. So, so no worries.
So do I continue to wait? At this point, I tend to be a little bit impatient. Then I click on view more, or is that, or am I the one causing the?
You're the one causing problems. Just you have to be patient because, like I say, your internet, the internet is slow and it's still loading. So yes, if you start clicking on stuff, then things will start showing up that you don't want to show up.
Okay.
Because if you note, I mean, it's a good thing I showed you. You saw what it was showing the first time. It showed hashtag tomorrow when you were looking at today. So obviously that's going to cause confusion and funny things will be showing up. So yes,
because like I said, it's happened a couple of times when you've talked about a number of reports and I've gone back and I'm the 2. What's going on? And I was thinking maybe I'm using the wrong, because there are a number of economic calendars. So I think maybe I was using the wrong one.
Yeah, you're using the correct one. You're just not patient with it and clicking on stuff. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll be okay now, so long as you don't click anything.
No, okay, I've learned that now.
Let me see. Yeah. Where's the... It's very, very slow.
Sorry, Remy.
Yes, go ahead, Rosemary.
Bola, I'm doing the same thing you're doing here, and I've got today. There's nothing here to show that there's anything of high importance, and I'm doing exactly the same thing. So I think it might just be something to do with your computer or something, or what you're pressing. Maybe the calendar for tomorrow.
Sorry, who's that? Is that Elizabeth?
No, that's Rosemary.
It's Rosemary.
Yeah, just a shame the internet is slow because
So what are you seeing on your screen, Elizabeth?
No, what I'm seeing on my screen.
Yeah, Elizabeth is gone. Can anyone hear Elizabeth? or am I the one that is disappearing?
It's you. We can hear. It's Rosemary. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's Rosemary. Good morning, Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. Right, so it stopped scrolling and it's not doing anything. So should I click on view more?
No.
No.
No. What I'm saying to you is that what Remy is saying about the calendar, on my calendar here, since you're struggling to get yours, and I'm in UK as well, I'm doing the same thing you're doing, and it seems to be okay here, i.e. there's nothing of high importance today.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Rosemary. Rosemary, hold on. Can you see, well, you can see the two Fed reports at 4 o'clock, sorry, 2 o'clock and 2:35.
Okay, let me just check this.
Should I click on my screen? It stopped scrolling. Should I click on view more?
Yeah, click on view more. Let's see.
Yeah, okay.
So what I have here is there is a report, a medium report, United States. The speeches, there's two speeches. That's what I have.
Exactly. At what time?
2:30 and 2:35.
Exactly. So that's what I have too. So that's what Bola couldn't see on her own calendar.
Oh, okay.
She could only see the 2:35 report, but the 2 o'clock, the 2:30 report did not show, only the 2:35.
Oh, okay. Well, it's here. Oh, I can see that here.
Yeah, I think, but like I said, I think it's more to do with your internet, Bola, because it's very slow, and you're probably getting this issue with it not loading.
Yeah.
But I'm actually happy Rosemary came up, because you can see it's more your web browser than the UK, because she's in UK with you, and she's seen exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I think you're.
I think I will. Also, Okay, that.
So play with it, but yeah, it's not the problem with the website itself. I think it's just about the browser. So you're basically you're at the correct website. You're in the correct place, but your web browser is just playing games.
My browser. It's my internet.
It's playing games with you.
Okay.
So but you're doing the right things. You're just doing the right things. Right. Is your internet just not playing ball with you?
Okay, yeah, so I just need to be careful. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Thanks, thank you, Rosemary, thank you for that.
Pleasure.
I have one final question, then I shall shoot off.
Go ahead.
When I enter the market, I notice I normally enter using my pivot points. And then when I click on my pivot points, no information comes up on the data window. But obviously, if I put it onto the candlestick, oh, is that me or you? Oh, you've stopped sharing?
Yes.
Have I stopped sharing?
No, okay, No, you're correct. I get that too. Sometimes it depends on your system. So I noticed too, for example, you can see this is my laptop I'm using. So if you look at the data window, you don't see my pivot point levels there.
Exactly. So
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, is it fine? Because that was worrying me a little bit, because
no.
I have to admit, I was being a bit lazy. I know I should have gone back and listened to the
Your audio has gone, Bola. Hello? I don't know if you can hear me, Bola. Your audio has. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, good. You're back. I can hear you now. Now, before, I just want to quickly say, before your audio goes again. So, so if I noticed that when I'm using my laptop, the pivot point levels don't show up here in the data window. Okay. But when I use my desktop, which is a different system altogether, when I use my desktop, not laptop, the proper desktop, they actually show up there.
Oh, okay. So it's nothing to worry about.
No.
I couldn't understand why I wasn't seeing. Obviously, I put it on the candlestick, then I could see the data. I put it on the pivot point, and the data window was empty. And I was like, well, why is that? Okay.
Yeah, that's just to do with the. So you can see exactly that's the same thing I have with my laptop here.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
And that's me done for today.
No problem. Any other questions? Any other questions, comments? Elizabeth.
Yes.
I was
Quick
about to
one
say,
for-
okay.
I remember not to use his laptop next time.
That's okay.
Quick one for you. On your navigator section, can
Yes.
you open, is it your indicator is collapsed? Can you open it for me for a second, please?
There you
Okay,
go.
all right, that's it. That's fine. I just wanted to see what your, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's
Oh,
an
if you want to know the reason why.
I was going to say that's a very curious question. So yeah, do let me know why. I'm just curious.
No, the reason why I wanted to know is because I noticed that, you know, the pivot point, there was a gray dot next to it. So I didn't notice the gray dot before before I kind of like, because
A
I kind
gray
of like
dot.
rebuilt mine all over.
Oh, you mean that gray dot there?
Yeah,
Ah,
everyone else
okay.
was, yeah. So I wanted to see if I was
Oh,
doing something
interesting.
wrong because I had to collapse everything and rebuild it again by myself.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll check yours next time. But yeah, all right, thank you.
You're very, very observant. I've never noticed that gray dot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I've never noticed that. That's very interesting. I've never noticed that. Obviously, I just install it and I use it. I didn't really notice that gray dot. Interesting. Now you made me curious. I wonder what that gray dot is. It might just be gray because I put it in there myself. Anyway, I don't know. But that's interesting. I've never noticed that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, you learn something new every day, like they say. Okay, any other questions before I let you guys go for your breakfast? Okay, good. So there are no questions. I wish you all a wonderful day. Have a great week. Stay healthy, keep safe, and we'll catch up on the platform.